Well, you find me at Low Leven on Leven Bridge, stuck in traffic, on a nice summer's day in August. And I'm on my way to the Lake District for a camping weekend. And this is an update video because I haven't released any videos, and this video will explain why. But you find me on my Royal Enfield Himalayan heading towards the Lake District, and my route's going to take me from Low Leven through Scorton onto Catterick, through Catterick Garrison on towards Bellaby, then Leyburn, from Leyburn to Hawes. From Hawes I'll head towards Ingleton via Ribblehead Viaduct, past the Devil's Bridge at Kirby Lonsdale and on to Windermere, and from Windermere I'll head towards Great Langdale and a campsite just before I get to Great Langdale. That's the plan for today. And at the moment I'm passing through Catterick Garrison. And it was a lovely day, as you can see. The skies are blue, it was nice and warm. The weekend held promise. I didn't have much of a plan for the weekend. I was just going to go to the lakes, enjoy some camping, and ride the nice twisty roads of the Lake District and enjoy the scenery. But that was the plan. But as plans go, it wasn't to be. Now I knew that in the early hours of the morning there was a weather front moving through the lakes, so I was expecting rain. But the rain wasn't supposed to be that heavy, and it was supposed to have cleared by about midday, shortly after lunchtime. And then it was going to be bright again. So my plan was to enjoy today, which was, as you could see, a lovely day. Have a nice ride through the dales, over to Cumbria, get set up on my campsite, wait the weather front out, and then have a ride around the lakes over the next day or two. However, the weather had other ideas, and so did the fates. It was a nice ride through the dales towards Hawes. Fairly busy, but not crowded. Although it was busy in Hawes, once you got past Hawes, the roads opened up again, and it was just magical. It was a magical ride all the way to Ribblehead Viaduct. And as the viaduct appears in the distance, the road starts to get busier. And you can tell it's a nice day because car parking places are full and people are just wandering about in shorts and t-shirts. There's always plenty of camper vans along here. But if you're lucky, and if you can get into the car park at the pub, you can stay overnight in the pub car park. But it's on a first come, first served basis. And they do like you to have a meal there. But it wouldn't be long and I'd be riding past Devil's Bridge into Kirby Lonsdale. I stopped off there at Booth's, the supermarket, and picked up a meal deal for my lunch. I stopped at a small car park not far from Great Langdale. Mainly because I had to get off the bike and find somewhere to have a whiz. It seemed like a good place to enjoy the sandwich as well. But here we are in Windermere. And traffic was a bit slow through Windermere because of a double-decker bus holding everybody up. And every time it stopped to pick people up, it stopped all the traffic. But it wouldn't be long and I'd be at my campsite. And this is the entrance to Bear Brown Farm campsite. Bit of a gravel drive, then it goes onto concrete. And there's a puddle. That puddle will become a key player in my story tomorrow morning. But for now, everything was going well. Cross this little bridge over the river and we're into the campsite. It's quite a large campsite and it's not expensive. I would recommend this campsite. Though all of the facilities are up at the farmhouse. So the showers, toilets, drinking water is up by the farmhouse. But look at that view. What a nice place to camp. It's a lovely little valley. And that's the farm buildings with all the facilities, and that's my setup. So anyway, I got here after 2, went to the farmhouse, paid my money, came down the field, waited for a bit till they cut some grass because the farmer has started cutting his field. Once I've got a section cut, I just set myself down in the middle of it, thought that'll do, and started putting the tent up. So, tea tonight is bachelor's pasta, tomato, onion and pasta and sauce. So, there you go. Not a big fan of pasta, but it's light and it doesn't take much room in the bag. Just add water and simmer. It's a lovely evening. So after I'd had my pasta and sauce, I decided I was going to nip down to the co-op in the village and get something to drink. It was too nice an evening to waste, so I was going to have a can or two and enjoy a cigar. Lots of people enjoying the evening sun. I say evening, it's a late afternoon really. All of this road tomorrow morning would be covered in a foot of water. And here, just there, that puddle is quite deep. It's quite a deep pothole. And I didn't see it in the morning. And put my bike into it. Which is part of the update. But here we are at the co-op. Nip in. Got some cans. A few little snacks and then headed back to the campsite. And what a lovely day it is. And it was time to settle down in my chair, enjoy the evening sunshine, some cider and a cigar.
Oh, good morning. Whispering because it's 6 o'clock. I don't know if you can hear, but it's peeing down. It's been peeing down all night. Very warm enough in here. My Nature Hike summer sleeping bag, my little down sleeping bag's been lovely and toasty and warm. But I have got a base layer on. Slept alright. Woke up a couple of times because the gusting winds and rain. But it's been alright. I'm in no rush to go anywhere because this is in for the morning. So it's a lazy morning this morning. I'll stick the camera out and my face out and have a look and I'll check to see the bike's still there. I didn't hear it fall over, so it should be alright. So, welcome to a wet morning in the woods.
Now it's not raining too heavy at this point. Although it's been raining for a few hours overnight in the early hours of the morning, it wasn't that windy and it wasn't that heavy, just persistent. And I got up, went and had a shower, had some breakfast and waited for the weather to pass, but it didn't. It got heavier and heavier and my little tent ended up in 3 inches of water, so I had to strike camp. And this is the result: a visit to the hospital, my foot in a cast and then physio. Which is why I haven't made any videos. I was laid up. But while I was out on my crutches, we had our 30th wedding anniversary, which I managed to hobble to. Had some friends and family over for a little small gathering just to celebrate. And when the cast was off and I was up and about, I managed to make the last slingshot competition of the year up at Camp Bob. So it was a nice weekend. It was one of those friendly weekends. Saturday night, sound of guitar playing, but there was plenty of time to just sit and chat and enjoy the evening, enjoy the campfire. It was bliss that weekend.
Mix them in toasties. I like it. I ain't no senator, son. I ain't no fortunate son. Some folks on the silver spoon.
And that brings us up to the end of November the 30th. And I was back on my bike. I'd been out on a couple of short rides just to check I was up to it, and having decided that it was safe for me to take part, I took part in the Boundary 500 Santa ride in aid of Zoe's Place in Middlesbrough. It's a children's hospice and they do this fundraising event every year. We took part in it last year and again this year. The ankle was a bit sore by the end of it, all the stopping and starting, but it's a nice day and it was very popular. probably more popular than last year. Mainly because I think there was talk of it being cancelled. The police couldn't provide the outriders and the safety. But I think there was a bit of a public outcry, and then suddenly funds were found. The way that things happen like that. Well, that's myself and She That Must Be a Bird. She enjoys waving to everybody. Last year she had a little bell that she kept ringing, but I wouldn't let her have it this year. I wanted to concentrate. This is where she sees some friends of ours, Barbara and Julie. And further down the road, just as we're leaving Thornaby, the bunch of rowdies. But I'm not going to go on about it. The reason I haven't been posting much is because I fell off my bike in the lakes and broke my ankle in 2 places and my fibia in 2 places, and was laid up and stuck in bed for a while. Had to keep off it. It's still a bit twingy. I have to watch what I'm doing with it, but things are a lot better and I'm back at work now. Work have decided to cancel the back shift, which is the shift I was on, and we've all been moved on to days, which I'm still getting used to. It's still a bit strange, especially at this time of the year. I finish work at 3 in the afternoon, but it's dark by 4 o'clock. So it'll be better in the summer. So that's where I am at the moment. I'm back on my pins. Probably won't be making too many videos this side of Christmas, but we'll see. Just a short explanation video of where I've been and why I haven't been posting. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Old Man in a Shed.